Oh, there we go. All right. All right. Cool. Well, we are going to jump right in here because we got a whole lot of stuff that we want to go over. So without further ado, come on up, Jody. There you are. You're first. I'm putting you right into it. Oh, maybe Jody.
Oh, we should lead in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay.
Now that you all sat down.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's how you get it. All right.
That wasn't my whole thing, right? I get to talk more.
You got
it. Okay. Good morning, everyone. So I'm sure all of you know me. My name is Jody with Title Alliance Professionals. I wanted to touch on two things this morning. First thing I wanted to touch on is my lunch and learn that we are doing on Wednesday, the 11th at 11:30 a.m. It's going to be at the Arrowhead office. And I'm going to be discussing, I'll have my mobile notary there. She's going to discuss what your clients are asking during signing. I think it's a great thing that we can start mitigating any questions that clients have and the uncertainties, especially in the setting where the agents most of the time aren't there. Also, we're going to go briefly over the settlement statement, just kind of line by line, talk about what each item means. And then also I have a new marketing tool that I am going to be presenting. It's an online marketing tool where you can customize it to your information. And it has a lot to do with the title aspect of it, talks about title commitments, things like that. So that's one of the things. Second thing is it is 2023 and it's a new year. And so I am going to have an ask for every one of you. I know a lot of you have escrow officers that you have been working with for years and years. You've known me for about 5.5 years now. This is my ask. Give me a try. Send me one escrow, see how it goes. I'm sure after you send me one, you'll send me the next one and the next one and the next one. But I'm just asking, I've never really gone up to any of my agents and said, Jennifer, will you please send me an escrow? This is me. See, she's gonna do it. Alex is vouching for me. Thank you, Alex. But this is my ask, is just give me a try. I am going to be calling every one of you. That is my goal for 2023, is to call every one of our agents and ask them to send me a deal. I've never done that before. I've never had the guts, I guess you could say, to do that before, but it's 2023 and it's a new year and a new me. Still like the perfect me that has always been, but also a new me. So that is my ask for 2023. If you could please just give me a try, I'd really appreciate it. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. And wealth information, real value there. It's definitely worth it. So yes, do give her a try. Brian with Motto, come on up, sir.
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. With the new year, comes new loan limits as of January 1st. And when I put this little slide together, I put the base loan amount that they've gone up to and what the purchase price would be. So on FHA, the base loan amount for Maricopa County and Pinal is $530,150. It's a little lower for all the other counties in Arizona. It's like $472,000. So if the buyer makes the minimum down payment, that puts them at a purchase price of $549,378. The loan can be higher than that when you add on the upfront mortgage insurance fee of 1.75, which would be unlike VA, which we'll get to. But, oh, usually I'm too loud. Anyways, the conventional loan limit, it's been at about 726.2 for a while now, but officially it's at 726.2. And that means if they make a 5% down payment, the purchase price is $764,000. 10% is $806,000. 15%, it's like $854,000, or 20% down, that brings them up to $907,000. So, and then VA, and well, FHA too, they're really conventional loans. they're just insured by FHA or the VA. They're underwritten to FHA and VA requirements. Now the VA really has no loan limit. It's the sky's the limit, but most lenders have set a limit of about 1.5 million. But to get 100% financing, they follow the conventional loan limit of 726,200. But one thing about VA, which is different from FHA, they have an upfront premium to pay also. And if they're, I don't know if you understand this, but if the vet is exempt, meaning they have a partial disability leaving the service, they don't have to pay that upfront fee. So their purchase price could be at 726,200. If it's the first use, then the percentage is 2.6%. To get 100% financing, the purchase price would have to be $707,000. And you add on the funding fee, it gets to 726,200. And the second use, third use on is 3.6%, meaning the loan amount goes down to about 701,000. Like I said, the vet will do any loan amount. If it gets above the 726,200, then the vet has to put in like 25 cents on the dollar, like for a down payment. They help basically the VA insure the loan. But all, we used to have just a 726,200 for the last couple of months, but now everybody has increased their loan limits on this. Any questions? Okay, that's all I had. Well, have a great 2023 and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
And Motto actually dropped off a little gift here, a little Starbucks love. Hopefully no one on the 5th of January still needs any black coffee at this point. But here, let's do a quick Well, tell you what, here, we're going to circle back. Brianna, are you here? You are, there you are. All right. So our friends of OneGuard, some news for you.
Hi, everyone. So you might have got an email from us, which I'll touch base in a second. Can you go to the next slide? So there's just two things I want to bring up. One is our sellers coverage. We've had a lot of listings lately, our listing coverage set up. It's not the certified plan, but it is our listing coverage. So refrigerant still covered, services are still on there. I put a little, I guess, disclaimers that if you were to use the policy, that's you pay $150 and then that goes towards a premium. Other than that, it is technically free upfront. And then the other, yes. So with the listing coverage, you don't pay anything upfront, but if you were to use it, then it's $150 plus the service fee, but that goes towards the warranty like premium for the 1 year for the buyer. It pay at the time of service. So let's say the AC broke during the listing period, you'd pay $150 plus the service fee, and that goes towards the whole policy cost. But if it's not covered or you decide to decline, the buyer doesn't want it, we refund the $150 back to you or whoever paid the $150. Well, $150 plus the $75 for the service fee. We don't refund the service fee, but the $150 we would. Yes. And if you guys, effective now. Yeah, it's been in effect that way, but it's just not the certified plan. It's just our regular listing coverage. Yeah, confused. It was our old plan that we had like years ago. I just want to make sure everyone understands it's different. And then our next thing. So if you might have got an email, hopefully everyone, because I'm pretty sure I got everyone on the list, we are merging with American Home Shield. It is not happening until February 1st. Any policies that you put in place under OneGuard, even if it's January 31st and the closing isn't until like, let's say March, it will still be a OneGuard policy. If you have a plan with OneGuard right now, like myself, I renew in April, it's still going to be a OneGuard policy. We're probably going to be like a year or two kind of fully switch over, but wanted to bring that up that yes, we are merging. I'm getting more information, all my trainings and whatnot. So once I have information, I will reach out to everybody so everyone understands, but I wanted to bring it up that yes, we're merging. It's not a rumor. We've been working with them probably 6 years. So it's not new on our end. It's just now our company wants to merge our home warranty companies into one. Is there any questions regarding that? Just to American Home Shield. So from OneGuard to American Home Shield, that's it. Yeah, but my number, my emails will be the same. It will be an American Home Shield email, But if you email my OneGuard, it'll forward to me either way. So it just means more time where it's a bigger team now instead of it was just 3 of us initially. Same type of policy. Yes, there's 3 plans. I will be honest, I'm still learning them. I remember the service fee is 85 and ours is 75 right now. I know refrigerant covered 100% on the top tier plan. Of course, once I learn more, I'm going to send stuff out. But yeah, coverage is very similar. I know there's a free rekey too. I'm learning that as well on our policies. A rekey service? Yes, but you have to pay the service fee. American Home Shield, you do not. Yeah. Rekey. Yes. There is not. We do have plans that are specifically for agents. So there's a discounted rate. I will be honest, I don't know that offhand, but there's not going to be a specific RE/MAX plan. It's just all the same plans. We're trying to simplify our real estate portfolio basically. So that's why there's not specific plans. No. It can. I have to ask. It might. So we'll see. But it's yeah. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? No? Okay.
Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and give you some caffeine and we'll jump into the other items here. So I've got Rose. I guess it was good. Yeah, added that card to the last minute. All right. So yeah, welcome to 2023, everyone. We want to make the most of it. So just to set some quick expectations here, we got a lot of stuff we want to touch on for you. Nate might want to throw something in here, but essentially we're not doing like a deep dive on any specific item today, but there's a lot of things, obviously changes in the market, those kind of things, going from that fast frenzied market into an actual skilled market. There are a whole lot of items out there that are really useful on a lot of different angles. And I think they've just kind of fallen off some of our radar the last couple of years because they haven't been as specifically relevant, or even if they were, it might not have mattered as much if we used them or not when things were like extra crazy, if you followed me there. So we're going to hit on a lot of the things that, that might be the case for you. Maybe you remember using it before and it just hasn't crossed your mind recently. There's some new stuff in here as well. There's some enhance and change pieces. So basically, as we go through here, if you're interested in these things, make a little note of that so we can do a deeper dive with you. We'll, of course, send all this information out as well, so you don't have to frantically take notes. But what we want to do is, again, just bring things back top of mind for you that are really going to help you in this specific market that we're getting into here. And then based on your feedback, we're going to go deeper on those pieces as well with additional, training resources, things like that. We just want to make sure it's really relevant. What do you think, Nate, about cover that? All right. So the other piece of this, of course, is when we're done here, folks of you in the room, stick around for a mastermind. We'll go deeper on pieces you want to go into, other things that you're using. We can share things that are working, things that aren't, etc. You know how masterminds work. All right. So first off, Shan, here's a couple of things that she wanted to bring up for you.
Is this on? Good morning. I missed the stage. I feel really, really short. I should have worn heels today. So happy New Year, you guys. I just wanted to share really quick. You've heard me talk about it a million times, and I'm just going to have a little amnesty moment here, moment for myself. Last year was a really tough year for me personally. And looking back as I'm coming out of the fog from that, I'm realizing a lot of my projects and things that I had promised to you guys didn't happen. So I'm going to be better this year, and I'm excited. And I've already started a couple of things. So one of the things is, I've talked about it a lot, is the Sky Slope piece. And Sky Slope is actually, and I was praying they'd be done by this morning, and I didn't get that email, so I'm kind of bummed. But the forms, all of our broker forms, commission sheet, listing reduction, cancellations, pre and post possession, all those ancillary random RE/MAX professionals disclosures and forms, business disclosure, all of those are now going to be in a RE/MAX library so that you can pull those right in SkySlope with your AAR forms, with your purchase contract and all of those things. And they're fillable. They're fillable and ready to be signed when you send them off. So it's in process. I'm waiting for that email. As soon as I get it, I will let you guys know that they're there and ready for you. And then next week for my broker roadshow, because this last couple weeks, I have worked with a few new agents who I'm helping work through SkySlope and show them initially. I'm realizing some of the things from your perspective that need to be explained better to those of you who've been here for a while. So next week during the Broker Roadshow, my intention is to just have you bring your laptops. I will have mine, and we're going to go through it so that everybody can see where those things are and how much easier it can make your life. Because I promise you, they've made some really great advances with the software that we have not taken advantage of. So I really want to take the time to show you guys individually while we're all sitting there with our computers, how to get into those and how to navigate it and make it easier for you, hopefully. So that's a
Shannon,
big one. Yeah.
Why don't you explain the Broker Roadshow? What is it?
Well, it started way back when Frank was your broker and I was helping, and we would go to each office and do a kind of an annual, we're here for you for any questions. We would present anything that happened to be really new, or just go a little more in depth with some of those things. Over the years, I'm going to be honest, has gotten a little watered down from the standpoint of now with the technology, and we do the broker blasts and we have the emails and all these other things, you're getting those in doses versus that big meeting that we used to do. But I still want to continue the idea of being hands-on with no interruptions at your disposal in person for those days. So Avondale, I'll be Tuesday, I'll be in Avondale, I believe, from 9 to 12. I'll be there all day, you guys, so just come by anyway. Or in Arrowhead North, I'll be there on Thursday for the same hours. And again, my schedule is blocked. So my intention is to just be 100% there for you guys for anything you want to talk about, even if it's besides SkySlope. So the other thing I want to mention, the other part of that is the new seller's disclosure statements should be coming out February 1st. As you know, those February, June, October, when they come out with new forms. It should be coming out February 1st, so watch for that. Will be a couple adjustments on the seller's disclosure statement, but AAR finally approved with SkySlope for their Breeze program, where you can send the seller's disclosure statement and the lead paint both for the seller to autofill. They don't have to. Yes, huge. So that's a big one. It'll be so much easier for your clients. They won't have to print it out, fill it out, scan it back in, get it to you. You won't be fighting that quite so much. So it's really nice. It allows them to fill it out online. It's very secure, and AAR finally approved all that. So it's in there and ready. And then the new one comes out again, February 1. So should be. Just a reminder, I've mentioned this before, but realtor.com, and I'm going to say this just generally speaking, go out and make sure, you guys, that your online presence, maybe just Google your name if you don't have a Google alert set up for yourself, and check all your profiles. We had something come up with realtor.com. I was updating it on the broker side. And as I'm looking at the agent profiles, we had, I'm just going to say it, Tanya, was still showing she was with West USA. Well, she's been with us for how many years? I mean, so, and there were just a lot of things that I saw that were not accurate. And that's a pretty big website to have your profile not be accurate. So I would just encourage you to go on there, make sure you have current information, current links, pictures, profiles, bios, all of that. It's just going to help you in the end when they're searching for you. So anyways, that's what I've got.
Cool. All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jan.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sure Tanya watching appreciated that.
And to be fair, it's probably not her fault. It's crazy the thing we see like float up from old databases. I mean, like addresses we haven't been at it in like, a decade plus, things. I mean, it's
Well,
a wild place.
surprise phone number still shows up as Carol. So just FYI.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't you love the internet? All right. So, hey, Power the Brand. Guess what? Remax. Anyone heard of them before? Yeah, obviously. So #1 brand in real estate, #1 in the minds of consumers, unaided awareness, all those things. I'm not going to go back over those because hopefully y'all know those. And it's a big part of, what really keeps us on top and above the crowd as far as that competition goes. Part of that is, of course, all of the marketing that we do that is, agent centric, but pushed out to, the client base. And if you are not familiar with it, or basically you're just looking for any piece to do a little bit of additional promotion, just check out remaxmarketing.com. It's going to ask you to log in with your Mac Center, your Remax.net credentials. Okay, so if you get a login screen, that's what it's asking for. It's nothing different, but this has access to all of the different advertising, the print stuff, the radio ads, videos, digital stuff, marketing claims with all the appropriate disclaimers, all those kind of things that you might need. Obviously, if you use any of the pre-made stuff, we've handled all that. It's all in there, but this is just a fantastic resource to keep an eye on. And the reason I encourage you to take a look at that if you haven't recently is because it's a pretty wide breadth of things. So, you know, if you're putting something else out on marketing, if you've got someone that's doing marketing for you, helping your social or whatever, connect them with this and have them take a look and use these resources. Along with that, Remax Hustle. Who's using Remax Hustle? All right. Do you like Remax Hustle? Yeah, it's good stuff. So again, I'm not going to spend much time here, but there's a lot of fantastic stuff you can do here. No login required. Just go to remaxhustle.com and you can put together your own personalized TV ads, for instance. They've got, you know, your name in there, your face. It's one of those things, you know, where it automatically inserts it in. It's not just like a card that it throws up at the end, that sort of thing. All your contact information, your specific stuff. And what I love about it, again, especially as markets change, those kind of things, is if you're doing any of those, you have a wide selection of things that you can pick to highlight specific skills, specific, you know, targets you're putting this out in front of. And literally it takes about a minute, maybe 90 seconds to make any of these things, and then they can be used anywhere. It's a beautiful thing.
So on the commercials, when you go in there, the TV commercials that are playing nationally, you can click one button. And once you create your one video, you click the button, you can download all of them. So you don't have to go in and create, what was it, 12 or 14 different TV ads that are in there. It's really kind of cool. You click one button, download all of them.
And you know, they've got touching stuff, they've got funny stuff, they've got very businessy stuff, like whatever you might need, it's in here. There's a lot of other outreach things as well. Basically, go take a look. It's a fantastic resource. All right. First, who's using First? Oh, not
Wow.
enough hands.
Wow.
Nate, why don't you say something about this? Because I know you use it a fair bit.
Well, I don't use it as well as I should, but it's just AI. So artificial intelligence, it takes your database out. If you haven't loaded yet, I'm going to give you a tip. The mistake I made is when I first did, I brought in all my LinkedIn clients, all my Facebook clients or friends, if you will, and my phone, and then my database. And then I had like 7,000 people in there. So it was just overwhelming. On this, I would recommend you doing just your clients, right? At least to start off that way, so it doesn't get overwhelming. But what it does, it serves you up people that are looking online to possibly purchase. Something is changing in their life, from they're looking at loans, they're looking at remodeling stuff. It's doing different things, and it'll give them different stars of a level. So if you're going to call the people that have the 3 stars or 4 stars or
Yeah, and it's important to note too, it's scrubbing over 700 data points. So it would be humanly impossible for you to do that yourself. So it's scrubbing over 700 data points. It's tracking their behavior online and then teeing it up to say, Jim, this person's a 3-star. Their behavior online is indicating they might be ready to make a move. And the other thing to note is this is proprietary to us. You're not getting this if you're West USA or whatever brand out there, right? This is a Remax product that we own that's solely ours.
Yeah, and I think I'll just summarize this way again for simplicity's sake. And again, how do you use this to enhance your business? Because I think some folks might be like, oh, gee, another thing. Great. I don't. Okay, here's what it comes down to. You download the app from the App Store, you log in with your Remax credentials, you say, yes, you can look at my contacts. And again, that's the other thing to note. This is looking, as Nate said, at people you already know, people that are like in your phone currently. This is not just like random cold call kind of stuff. And, you know, you don't need to build anything different around this if you don't want to. What I would say is whatever time, for instance, you have set out for past client follow-up, for prospecting, anything like that, all you do is open the First app first, see, and take a look at who comes up with, 2 and 3 stars, call them first. If you're going to be using that time for outreach anyway, why not stack the deck, make it that much more likely that they need to have, a conversation with a real estate expert at that time. So again, super easy to do. It's fantastic stuff.
I used that about 2 years ago, and I felt like I was just managing a lot of stuff. There's realtors in there, there's lenders. So if I wanted to just pull my leads, can I do that from Bouge and put them into IO and into First?
Yep, you can do that as well. And also to note, because things have, changed and updated and whatnot over time, but it actually does, again, connect live with MLS, things like that too. So it will highlight if someone's, another agent, a cross sale, things like that. So you don't need to worry about trying to manually get through those.
Okay, because I would like to just use my Bouge leads that I have already flagged
Mhm.
because I don't have in my phone, this person's a client, this person's a lender.
Yep, you can, yeah,
So,
you can
okay.
import that easy.
Yeah,
I-
it'll scrub itself, Danielle. And then the more that you work with it, it's AI, right? So the more that you work in there, the better it's going to get.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
call e-care and have them work you through it. Rose? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
'cause-
again, just be careful that everything in there is,
Yeah,
It
it'll
makes
give you
it harder.
information on anything you put in. So, all right. So, Professional Success Center, as you know, we've been partnered with Workman Success Systems for what, like 6-7 years now, actually. And you probably heard that the bigger splash last year was Remax, having a formal engagement agreement with them. You've got access to all of that information now for a good long while. So, real quick, who has been through one of these systems? Okay. Yeah, like 90% of the folks in this room. Would all y'all recommend those? Okay, that seems to be an overwhelming yes, definitely. So highly valuable. They're available for you. Sarah's amazing. She, of course, runs these live, periodically along with all the other education we're doing. But anytime you can get in here, go into the self-paced stuff, we're all pretty familiar with it. So if you get into that and then you, again, want to sit down as you're going through it and talk about some pieces specific to you, that kind of thing. Again, you don't have to wait for this to be live. There's a lot of value there, certainly, but you can get into any of this. The other thing you'll sometimes hear, especially with Nate and Sarah, I mean, they can tell you what is in every specific video. And I think I even heard Sarah there, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's, the AMP program, it's module 3, video 3, and it's about 6 minutes in. Go check this out. I'm like, all right. So anyway, if they're pointing you to that, it's fantastic stuff, an amazing resource. Just go to professionalsuccesscenter.com. If you don't know your login, there's a little reset there. If you have any challenges with that, shoot us an email. We'll get you in there. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, if you haven't logged in a minute, they did change platforms. So if you have a challenge getting logged in, if you haven't logged in the last year, then you probably have the old login. So send me an email and I'll make sure you guys get the correct link. They changed the platform which they are hosting that on. So, and as Mike said, you guys can watch this anytime. I am hosting a national live for SLAM starting on January 17th. That's the plan anyway. There is a fee associated with it. If you come talk to me, I could probably get that waived for you because we have an enterprise account. So that's on January 17th.
what are other people paying for it?
$700.
Yeah. So good value add there, right? The last thing I'll point out before we move on here is that, looking at the folks in the room too, when I ask, who's done this and, who would recommend it, we've got folks that are, much newer agents, recently licensed. We got people that have been literally doing this for decades, and pretty much everyone gets something out of this. So if you're newer, you're going to get a lot more, maybe foundational kind of things. If you've been in it a long time, you'll get, some extra hints. You can move towards mastery, et cetera. So don't discount this stuff. Whatever you have going on in your mind that, maybe it doesn't make sense, go check it out. It will be worth it, I promise. All right, the other thing, field services. So especially this next year, both field services and transaction coordination. And remind you that we've got these things. Again, if you're having a little bit of let's say a slow first quarter or something like that, don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, gee, I'm a little bit slow right now. I guess I can run out to Chandler and switch out that lockbox. Oh, well, okay, I guess I can do all my own files this quarter, spend that time on something else that is dollar producing. Okay. These services are available to you, super easy to use, available whenever you need them, a la carte or ongoing, and have someone else, take that time so that you can focus on dollar producing activities. If you guys have any question about these things, if you haven't used them before, you're wondering how they work, again, just grab any of us and we'll be happy to walk you through it, but super easy, high value. Anything you want to say about that, Nate? I know you've had plenty of commentary in the past about how you used to think you had to do everything, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, basically just use our team that's all here to help you, right? Let's need to do everything. And so I know you're doing a rehab right now, and if you're tied up, somebody would visit a home inspection that you can't get to, real simple process, right? So
$35 an hour.
So again, just an hourly rate and makes it easy. So you can use them for wherever you need. I mean, we even have folks that, for instance, they've got an open house scheduled. They just have someone from field services go and do that setup, and then they roll out there 15 minutes early instead of an hour plus early. Things like that. Again, just really minimizing, maximizing things.
So transaction coordination, I'm going to speak to this. Janice and Stephanie have been with us Janice is an original founder. Stephanie's been here for probably almost just as long. Both of them have worked on Nate's team, Frank's team, office management, et cetera, et cetera. Stephanie has some escrow experience. They both are a wealth of knowledge. I don't know if Melanie Bounds is online, but if she is, I'd like to pick on her. Because years ago, I was coaching her and I literally begged her, please, just one time, do a transaction with one of our transaction coordinators. She finally did, finally broke her down, and she did. And she came back to me and she said, I don't know why it took me that long to do this. You were absolutely right. I will never transact another one of my deals ever again. Personally, I don't sell that much real estate. And I will honestly tell you, if I had to put a form, close your ears, Shannon, into Sky Slope, I don't know how to. And I don't want to learn because I have a transaction coordinator, right? She's amazing. She takes care of everything. And I'm human. I miss signatures. I miss initials. She takes care of all of that and makes sure that I get paid on time. So it's totally worth it. So that's my endorsement for both of them. If you're not using one of them yet, go interview both of them so that you can get a feel for their personality styles and make sure it's a good fit for you.
I want to add to that too. We've had transaction coordinating. How long, Shannon? Shannon used to be our transaction coordinator. And yeah, you did. So Monica, did you do TC work? No, you were just office manager, right? Yeah. So bottom line, we've had transaction coordinating probably for at least 20 years. And I think that's one of the reasons we have the highest production per agent in the state. And we carried that for, over a decade and a half. So, it helps your clients and helps the broker because your files are neat.
Well,
Worth every penny. They are worth every penny and then some, I promise you. So give them a try. They're great.
well, and it elevates your game. When you meet a client, you can say, hey, Jim, my transaction coordinator is going to be reaching out to you. Makes you sound really cool. And if you don't have a deal closed that month, not that we want that, we want you to be closing deals every month, but if you don't have any overhead of an assistant that you got to pay a salary if you have a month where maybe things are a little slower for you.
And likewise with field services too, right? When you're talking to a client, you can set the expectations. Hey, I'm going to have a member of our team come out and take care of blah, right? Again, it's just all good stuff there. Lastly on TCs here, we also have Leanne Russo Liddell rejoining us. That's just happened.
Wow.
Yes. So she's kind of getting all plugged back in here, but she's going to be available for some TC work and other things as well. So again, another fantastic resource, been here forever. So my point is, again, we've got a few very amazing people available for you on this. They've got capacity. They're there to help you out. So use that. Yeah.
No, I think that's Janice and Monica that are tied in that.
All right. So couple of very quick mentions here. So don't forget design and marketing. So same thing. We've got a lot of automated tools, a lot of things that are available for you that are ready-made that you can just tweak. But if you need something a little bit deeper, Orlando, an amazing resource. So good. Yes. I'm hearing all these little whispers of approval. This is a good
Hey,
thing.
Mike, I accidentally texted him at 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. And I said, can you do this for me? And at 10 o'clock, it was done. Right. So I felt bad that I was texting him that early.
But again, another amazing resource. She's been here, a real long time and, a wonderful thing to utilize. Cindy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cindy. Yes. She's just, confirming the communication proactivity to make sure things are happening, on the schedule you need. And then, with some of our additional tech products, web development, especially the topic we're about to hit. Alex Timmons over here with us today. You guys know him. He's fantastic as well. Again, little cheers in the room, little golf claps. These are all good things. So again, these resources are here for you. If you're not sure about really anything, contact any one of us. Even if you're not sure who to talk to, contact any one of us. We'll make sure we point you to the right person. And again, a wealth of knowledge available for you. So if there's something you can easily do with one of the automated tools, great. But if you get to the point where you feel like you're, stalled or you're banging your head against the wall, oh, gee, there's got to just be a checkbox I'm missing somewhere, those kind of things. Again, it's okay. Pause then. Let us know. Let us help you get to that checkbox and move forward.
So with Alex too, you guys, he's available to help you design web pages and custom content. That was part of the whole dream we had when we came back from the bouge training a few years ago and hired Alex like within 30 days of going to that event. And so that's all part of what he's doing is to help you guys build that. So take advantage. You don't need to spin your wheels trying to figure out how to do it or what to say. You've got a resource right there.
So the other thing on this slide, Sarah, she does one-on-one coaching. She's amazing. Anyone want to give her a cheer that's used her in this room? Okay, so I think that is a good endorsement right there. I will say this because you know what? They are not great at bragging, but Workman Success Systems, an amazing national coaching company. They've got about 70 coaches in North America at varying levels. It's in North America. It's part of North America. But they've got, I believe, 16 certified national master coaches in the company, again, on this continent. We have 2 of those right here, Nate and Sarah. So again, fantastic resource. They're here for you. All right. Actually, you want to say anything real quick about coaching? Okay, good. We're fine.
I got openings. So if you want coaching, come see me.
Good stuff. Maximize. All right. So who has heard about kvCORE transition? All right. And what's funny about this is I see like 5 different versions of faces right now. I see like the jazz people. I see the, oh my God, another thing. And everything in between. All right. So let's allay some of those fears and show you some amazing stuff. So real quick, you guys know about, bouge platforms and other technologies we've purchased and integrated, et cetera. So kvCORE, again, another best in class service. They've been out there a long time. A lot of competitors, say, oh, well, we provide kvCORE, et cetera. And, then all of them, as far as I know, without exception, give you the most basic version possible and upsell you on everything, which is fine. It's a good system, but as you can see, this is MaxTech powered by kvCORE. So what we're doing is taking all of those, best pieces, things like First that we talked about, which again, very much best in class, which is why we went out and acquired it a few years ago, and building that into the platform as well. But we're starting from an incredible system that already does incredible things. So that's the reason for kind of making that shift to this partnership. Just really lets us accelerate all those kind of things instead of doing some other pieces that we had moved to doing in house. You guys know a lot more roadblocks than we expected up front. And while a lot of things happened, just the timelines were not moving as quickly as any of us would have liked on a few specific items. Anyway, that's part of the idea there. But as part of that, again, you're getting the full boat. So you're getting everything that kvCORE basically has to offer out there. So all those different things that are typically, add-ons, those are provided to you because you are a RE/MAX agent. Okay, so that is part of our, marketing fees, the other things that, we pay through each month. They're going to a very good place. For context, if you just go and sign up for kvCORE, the base system starts at about $500. And once you add enough of these other things on, you're typically at about $1,700 to $2,000 a month. So again, incredible value just based on dollars, and what it can do for you is truly amazing as well. I'm going to hand it over to Alex. Again, he is deeply embedded in this kind of stuff, and he's going to show you some of the highlights, some of the really exciting things to be looking forward to real soon. I'll let you talk about this too, but also they're being careful with rollout, right? Want to make sure things go well. Originally, we were slated for Q3 of this year, but everything's actually been going ahead of schedule so far. I think that's a ringing endorsement. So this is coming sooner than you might think, and that's a good thing.
Thank you, Mike. And yes, like he mentioned, you are all going to get it. Everybody in this room is going to get an individualized website and everything that is featured here. And then all of you team leaders out there are also all going to get your own team websites. So it's going to be replacing the bouge components, which, as he mentioned, has taken a little bit of a longer to get to where we want it to. This is already an established, well thought out and well-run program that these are words from Nick Bailey himself, but is just going to hit the ground running. Yes, Cindy.
Wait for a mic, Cindy. We got people online. Want to make sure they hear you. Here comes Van, our mic runner.
My question is,
Yes.
okay, I have a website on bouge,
Mhm.
I think, last time I checked.
You do.
Is it going to automatically migrate over to this, or am I going to have to do that all over again?
So they are actually going to be, we are going to start with pre-built out websites for all of us. So you will not have to go in and do anything for that. For your contacts, you will have to upload your contacts into it. There will be a period that they're going to give us for that. And this is going to be a multi-step rollout. So we're going to start with the brokerage first and get brokerage parts of it set up. And then it's going to move down to you guys. And a lot of it will already be set up. But they're going to have the website component and everything already pre-built out. So you will not have to worry about stuff like that. If you have it customized, you might have to do some of the customized photos and things like that. But other than that, you're going to have a pre-working built website ready to go. And actually, let's take a look at some of those other features. Hi, Debbie.
Let's hold the questions until he's done with the presentation, then we'll get them all at one shot.
So these are just some of the highlights and actually the look of Max Tech that's going to look like. So what this is highlighting is known as behavioral automation. So I'm not going to go too deep into it, but one of the biggest highlights that I think everybody's really going to like. So when you get a lead, traditionally with Booge, it would just kind of go around. Maybe you'd get it and it might be Apple user 18956. No number to call, maybe no name. That's not going to happen anymore. So now leads are going to automatically be going through a vetting system and they're going to actually be fed further information. And there's going to be further data points before they get to you. So by the time you get the lead, they've already been looking at properties. You already have information on them and you're going to have something that you can actually call them with other than just, hi, I saw your Apple user and I saw you liked a singular property. And with that, it's actually going to be tapped into a mobile unit that is going to suggest who you're going to be calling that day based on those points. So it's going to be feeding new users to you as well as your old contacts. And it's going to be putting them through all those vetting points. And it's going to be making sure that they're still active. And then it's going to be suggesting maybe you should call them today. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on with it. It's pretty easy to use. And again, this is all established and it's already running and they're just adding more updates to it and just keeping the ground running. Here's what your active feed will look like. So every time you get on, you'll be able to see what everybody's doing when they're doing it and to the specific property. You can click on what they're doing there and it'll show you all the info. You'll be able to send them CMAs directly through it from the property. You can integrate SkySlope and start transactions directly within the program. It's very easy to use and it's much user-friendly compared to Booge. And then again, I talked about the lead vetting. This is kind of an example of some of what it does. There's going to be 20 different lead generation options. So you can actually pay for this directly in the program. It'll be obviously you'll be getting free leads and everything, but you will have the option to pay for more. With that, you'll be able to create custom landing pages at any time for any reason and unlimited ones. So you'll have a plethora of things that you can send out to people. There's IDX squeeze pages. You'll be able to create or have the campaigns that are sent out via text, email, and voicemail. You can send voicemail campaigns to people. So there's just a plethora of it going on. Yeah, there's business analysis. You're going to have IDX built into everything. We're already starting it. We've already gotten the rollout kind of ahead of time. So we're starting to get the brokerage going. So you will be hearing more about this in the next couple of weeks. And I'll be helping everybody with the transition over. And that's it. Here.
So we got a couple questions, Deb first and then Lynette.
Perfect.
Back to the website. If
Yes.
we've added like pages, like I had you set up some pages and different things.
Yes.
So is that going to transfer? Or does it have to all be redone again?
Most likely not. So I can help you with the setup on the new one because of those custom pages that are done for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Lynette?
Curious, do you know if the landing page will have a QR code attached to it?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not
So,
positive about it, but I
I've been-
think it will.
I've been using QR codes quite a bit on my signs. So like it automatically takes them to like the virtual tours and those types of things. So all people have to do is scan it and go. So that would be really kind of cool.
So even if it doesn't, I will tell you that the Remax URL shortener now has a QR code creator on it. It is a new
didn't know
update
that.
that has come out within the last like month or two. And I made sure to let some of our other people know that use it pretty frequently, but yeah, so
It's so easy to do. You
Yes.
just like when you do a regular shortener, there's an option to download it in two different file options.
Yep.
It's so easy. It's very cool.
yeah. So even if this landing page specifically does not, within Max Center, you do have that capability yourself. And this all is fed through Max Center. So all of the information similar to Booge that you have on your Max Center and throughout that is actually what's going to feed down into this. So you're not going to have to be setting up new stuff within kvCORE inside real estate or any of that. It's just going to feed directly from your Max Center.
So on the QR code, I put that on my flyers, especially if I'm at an open house.
Mhm.
People don't want to give me their stuff. And it's so great. It's
Yeah.
such a cool thing. So on the mobile app, is that like if there's can you upload your leads, your current leads, like kind of like in the first app? And then like if they have a new search, it alerts you? And is it like that smart?
Oh yeah, it's going to be similar. So it's your CRM. So it's going to replace Booge. So you'll be able to upload all of your contacts into it and use it very similarly. Yes. We're sort of starting the process. Yeah. It'll be a multi-week probably rollout, but we are starting the process of it as a brokerage, and then it'll fall down to the agents and teams and everybody. Sandra, don't quote me on that.
I have a question about campaigns. Will all the campaigns be in there, like the seasonal ones? And
Yes,
the
everything was
monthly
already
ones?
going to be pre-built out. So you're going to get all the seasonal campaigns. There'll be like 100 already pre-built ones. It'll be very similar to now where you can go in and either use them as they are, create new ones from scratch, or any of that type of stuff. And again, so there's going to be email ones, and there will be text message and voicemail ones as well. And
Right.
you'll have access to all those that are pre-built out, or you can create your own.
So one of the things you also get with the system is a phone number.
Yep.
So when you're interacting, when the system's interacting as you, all the phone number will be collecting information from the consumer. So when the consumer calls you on that phone, it's kind of Big Brother. It's sucking something out of there, name, address, phone number, where you last ate breakfast, who knows? It's really Big Brother, and it's really cool. So just stay tuned. And Mike's gonna get on the mic.
Just for a moment though, and again, just what I want to highlight here is it's all of these, amazing pieces that are being integrated, which is what I love about it. So as he was noting with the CRM app, so yeah, that is a little bit like First. We were talking about that earlier, but what that's looking at more specifically is the folks that are already like in flow, the more like the current clients, the current leads, that sort of thing, that's within the platform. Whereas First is, looking globally at all this other stuff. So just one thing I'll mention, and I've seen this mentioned a couple of places, is, obviously launching task plans, right? That's a fantastic thing. You get a new client in there, pre-listing, whatever. You got all your things you need to do, different dates, etc. That's a great way to automate things. But again, with some of this additional intelligence based on what their other activities are, even if you've got a follow-up that schedule, let's say for next Wednesday, but it's thinking, you might want to touch on them sooner. It'll like proactively say, hey, this is when this is scheduled. You might want to go ahead and give them a call though. Look at this activity. So again, it's kind of like an assistant there that's helping you out intelligently on these things. So it's those kind of value adds and enhancements. It's incredible.
Cool. Well, we got to get going because we got 10 minutes. We're going to get everybody out of here on time. Okay, I got a few little things that aren't Remax things, are tools that I use on a daily basis, or not really on a daily basis, but they're in my arsenal. So we'll start off with Keeping Current Matters. Anybody use Keeping Current Matters? That's a no, nobody. Okay. Something you might want to look at. It is there's a couple. Okay. They have so much content, guys. And what's cool about it is that they serve information up every day. One of my weaknesses being a writer, I don't write blogs, right? But they write really good.
You're an
blogs.
international bestseller. Stop saying that.
Well, I don't write blogs on a daily basis. It's not my highest and best use of time, but they have so much stuff, right? So I can go on there on a daily basis and click a few buttons. As an example, this was an article the other day that they wrote. So when I go in there, it tells me, do I want to schedule this to go out, or do I want to email it? Do I want to copy it, or do I want to share? I click share. Within a few seconds, I can get it on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter within just seconds. Click, 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 right? I don't have to do anything. I could change the caption. I could do certain things, but it automatically happens. Right here, guys, is a $25 gift certificate card to sign up. Try kcm.com/A32871. They give you a $25 Visa card. I think they give you a 14-day free trial.
How much is it?
I thought about
be a
that, but
QR
it was
code.
9 o'clock last night. I was trying to get this done.
What does it cost per month, Nate?
I'm getting to that. All right. So when you click on those little three pots, if you will, this is what you get. It just scrolls down. There's the article, there's links to other articles that highlights you. It has a click there to visit your website. They also have buyer and seller books that come out every quarter. So they're redesigned, updated with new data. It's almost impossible to keep up with all the information that they have. Again, just an easy tool to use. Okay, might be something you may want to think about. $29.95 a month. Okay. You can go into advanced things. I would say start there. Utilize everything you can for $29. And if you want to add video and some other things to it, you can. I added the video. I've yet to record one yet. So, well, I do, but yeah, I love it. Love it. Okay. Another thing, Ultimate Information Center or Systems, okay, has had a new home search for years. It was a subscription-based service. Okay. It is now free. Okay. How do you find it? You go into MLS, Flex MLS, you click the little, where's the little click thing here, Mike? Oh, well, that one, there it is. Hit the menu button, and then you'll see all these different things you can do. You go down under products and you click on Ultimate New Homes. Okay. Free service. What do you get? It's going to pop up with the search bar. All those things are showing where there are properties available for sale. This is what the search bar looks like. You can look at if they have floor plans, videos, photos, they're all going to be in there. Shows the co-broke that you get paid. This is like clicking on one of those little houses, gets you some more information on the property. It has the floor plans in there. Again, so you're looking for your client. Instead of having to drive all over town, you could narrow it down. Because some people have very specifics on what they want on a floor plan and location. You can search by just about anything under the sun. This is one of the bar graphs that I pulled out of there. What this is showing is the gold is 2022 and the blue is 2021, and the amount of inventory spec homes. Look at that growth on spec inventory. I know Rose is the queen of getting deals done at new homes, and the incentives are outrageous right now, right? They're dropping prices, they're paying for stuff, but look at the opportunity, 3,369 active spec homes. A year ago, it was 750. So we don't have any inventory to sell. There's some right there. Okay, this basically just kind of breaks down inventory and spec homes side by side. So you can find graphs like that on there. You can go deeper. There was a bunch of graphs in there. I was just playing around with it for the first time. Next, I want to talk. Yes, Rose, hold on. Let's get a mic to you. We'll come back. Hold that question. Okay, let me get through these because we're going to run out of time. And BombBomb. Okay, BombBomb, you get an email from us every Friday. We know if you open it, we know what buttons you click on. It's really intuitive.
Stalkerish.
If you don't log in to this, you get it again on Monday, right? You know, it's just what we do because you forgot, it got lost in your feed, and we want to make sure you get it. The nice thing is if you log in before Monday, you don't get it twice. So we're really not trying to spam you with a bunch of stuff. But you can see what it does, right? You can have links in there. You go search for houses, whatever you want to set up. BombBomb works with kvCORE. So with kvCORE, there's an interchange. So you can have a client in there, pull up that client on kvCORE and send them a BombBomb video right within the system. So not only does it have text, video, email, and video. Okay. That's a separate buy. You have to own a license for
But BombBomb's what?
work.
$500 or $600 a year, something like that. It's super cheap.
We'll see in a minute because I have it here.
Oh, sorry.
I have all our pricing. Remax International sends you an update and they send me an update. So there's a broker update every week and an update. So you can see how BombBomb is being used to transfer information. Doesn't always have to be on video. And then you can see in our emails, there's our lovely Shannon, you know, so Seattle Mariners. Yep. So anyway, the cost of it is $33 a month. If you want the upgraded version, it's $49. Okay. They have free demos, BombBomb.com. Okay. Crawford report. You know, we had Tina in here last month. Good information. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I just want to let you know, if you're a geek and you want to learn about numbers and data, there's no better place to do it. You know the number. Look at this, guys. 170% increase in inventory over the same month last year. Okay. Under contract, 43%. Anybody worried about those numbers at all? You know, 43% less under contract. And then the prices are starting to come down. Median prices dropped 1.6%. Again, this is information that you can share with your clients. You've never seen that? It's right there under infographics. All right. Yeah. So, you know, they have all the indexes. Those are your quick little things to dashboards and whatnot. I got a few of them up here. I'll show real quick. Okay. This little dashboard right here is great, guys. Here's what's interesting. Opportunity. Just last month on the 4th, 30 days ago, there were 21,187 active listings. What happened to them? 18,000 now. They expired. They canceled. Opportunity. Go get them. They're waiting for you. They want to come back on the market. You sold 4 of them. Cool. Good job. Well, let's look at that. So if you have the data, you can talk. Watch. Pendings are down. So pendings are down 500, right? There's still 3,000 expireds, 4,000 expireds out there, right? All the data is here. Price per square foot, days on market. It looks today versus the same day last month, the last quarter, last year, 2 years ago. So you can really start to see, and you can geek this down to your zip code. So you don't have to go valley wide. And when you go into a listing appointment, having that type of information is really good. This graph right here was just a quick click one at the top, and this shows you the price per square foot for each city. And then it also shows the change over the last year, right? This is their little tool that basically tells you where you are on the market as a buyer market, seller's market. Just a lot of stuff. It's $35 a month for the one that asks how much. And if you do an annual, I think you can save, I don't know what it is. Annual's $300, right? And you save $120 a year. So those are real easy programs that you can utilize. This one is another one. This one started at $10 a month, and I signed up for it like 3 or 4 years ago because it was $10 a month. It was like a no-brainer. I realize it's gone up, and you'll see in a minute. But this is through a company called Riz Media. Anybody familiar with Riz Media? Okay, I get emails from them every day. Okay, they have a component. It's a social media component. Same type of deal. It automatically. What I like is automation, guys. I don't like to do anything. I just like to set it and forget it. So what this does, it automatically puts it on Twitter and on LinkedIn and on Facebook. Right now is broke. I think the Meta has changed something. So that link is broke, but this automatically goes out. So this goes out automatically every day, something. And like this has a video. It's got nice music behind it, and it kind of talks about what they're talking about here, right? So again, if you want to look at that, it's acesocial.rizmedia.com. $40 a month for that, you know? So yeah, it's a lot, but you could pay a system to do it for a lot more, right?
Riz Media in general has a lot of really great content. Both Nate and I have written for Riz. So there's a lot of really just good agent facing information as well.
Okay. That's basically it. Look at that. 10 o'clock, got you on time. Oh, questions, remaining questions. You got 1 minute.
All right. Hands up. I got a mic. Rose, you saw the question? Did you save your question, Rose?
It was about new homes. Maybe it was a comment.
The ultimate with information systems, if you pay a little bit more, they will actually they create a website for you to send out to your clients to search, and it doesn't tell them who the builder is. And every time they click on a house, it sends you an email that they like that house. So when you can go back into your system to find out which one it is.
So great lead generator. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So, and if you go to Remax's, what is it when you make the URL shortener? You can actually take that long one and make it shorter and put it on I have it on my signature.
Cool. So again, it's a lot less expensive than it was 2 months ago, right? Right. Good tip.
Cindy,
Okay.
did you have a question?
Nope, I think we're good.
All right. So here's what I'll say to wrap this up. And I think Nate, you will back me up on this. There's a lot of stuff there. And again, the idea was not like, hey, go sign up for all this stuff, add up all those dollars, et cetera. But I think like Nate was mentioning, some of you may have these things that you've probably been paying for a couple of years, but when's the last time you logged into that, right? When's the last time you did something? I love Danielle. She's like, where's that graphic? And Nate's like, it's this button. And she furiously scribbles that down. It's like, thank you. So yes, she was trying to make her own from all that great data. Again, this is what we're trying to encourage you to do. Again, just get out there and make things better. So, if you saw something that piqued your interest, make one bullet point, take action on one item, right? If you can have planning or action, choose action right now. That's what's actually going to move you forward on things. We're going to send this information out. So if you didn't jot down one of the URLs or something like that, it'll be available to you. And anything we can do to help you implement these, we'd be happy to. Cindy.
My name is Cindy Clark with Remax Professionals. I have a suggestion. So Tina with Cromford, I believe, does classes, and I think a fair amount of us are subscribed to that. It would be really cool if y'all could put together a class with her coming in to kind of help us, teach us about all of the different options that we can use on that site.
Well, we probably could do that. And, we had her here last month, but I know what you're saying. The how-to. We'll ask her. I think that's a great idea. With that said, Shannon.
Oh, so I forgot to mention one other quick thing. If you guys have any clauses that you regularly use, we've done this before where we put together that common clauses form. But if you have any new ones you're using or anything, shoot those to me in the next couple of days if you could. Nate had a great suggestion. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but that's why we love his thought process. But I'm going to create an additional clause addendum for Remax Professionals. So all you'd have to do is attach that to your listing and just check the box which one you're applying to it. So if they're looking at things virtually or any of those kind of clauses, those random ones, it should be a lot easier. And I'm going to have that part of the SkySlip forms. Obviously, it won't make this first round. It'll be a couple weeks out. But if you can send me those, if you have any new ones you'd like to add to it, let me know, and I'll get those included as well.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, a couple things we didn't talk about, but I think it's important. Remax R4 50th year anniversary. Gotta go. Just go. I don't need to say anything else. The other thing, I sent out a survey to you. I want to thank the ones that have filled it out, taken the time. We've gotten some great information there. The ones that haven't filled out the survey, I think, did we send it out again yesterday? It's going out again today, so you don't have to go look for it. If you didn't fill it out, it's coming back out. They get cut off? Oh, there we go. Okay. So anyway, thank you guys so much. We're going to start the mastermind. If you want to stay for the mastermind, come up to the front and we'll get going.
All right. Make it a great month. Thanks, guys.
Happy New Year.